Hello guys, and welcome back to another tutorial. So in today's video we're going to learn how to make this wide leg palazzo pants. If that's something you're interested in learning, stick around and let us get right into the video. So guys, I've gone ahead to rule out my lines. I have my waistline, my hip line, the crotch depth, and then the full length of the pants. I took out 1.5 inch for my waistband at the top part there. So the measurement is starting from the line at that point. So we're going to start off our measurement from the crotch line here. I went ahead to divide my hip measurements divided by 4, and I added 1 inch for seam allowance, and that gave me 11 inches. And I'm just marking that 11 inches from my crotch line all the way to the waistline. After doing so, we're going to rule a straight line across. Next, at this crotch area, I'm going to come out by 1 inch first, and then we're going to move on to work on the waist area. Now on the waistline, we're going to mark our waist measurements divided by 4, and then we're going to add 1 inch seam allowance to that. That's going to give us 9 inches at that point. So I'm going to mark that out, and then I'm going to mark here. I'm coming out by half an inch for this seam allowance we added, and then from that point I'm just going to mark where I want my dart to sit, and then we're just going to mark the dart. So I'm doing the same thing at the hip line area, and from the hip line area I'm coming up by 1 inch, and then we're going to rule a straight line to create our dart. So we're going to take half inch on both sides of the dart leg, and then we're going to rule out the dart. After doing so, we're going to return the 1 inch we took for our dart here. We're going to return it back so our measurement is correct. I'm going to end up closing my dart because I do not want to add the dart to the pants. Now we want to connect our measurements. I'm just going to cross-check my hip measurement. One thing I didn't mention is when you divide your hip measurement divided by 4, you want to add ease, 1 inch ease at that hip area, and then before you go ahead to add your 1 inch seam allowance. But if you'd like yours to be a bit fitted at the hip area, then you can go ahead to leave it as it is with your hip measurement divided by 4 and then adding your 1 inch sewing allowance. So I hope you understand. Now we're going to come to this crotch area here and create the crotch extension. So the pattern we're working on is for the front and the back piece together. So here I'm just coming in here by 3 inches, and then we're going to curve this to meet this mark we created. So we're going to curve this out. Now on our crotch line, we're going to add our thigh measurement. So what I did to get mine was I took my thigh measurement plus 2, and then I divided what I got into 2. So what I got after doing so was 14 inches. And that is what I'm going to use to just mark all the way down. After marking this all the way down, we're going to rule out the lines. After ruling this out, this is the pattern for the front. Now we want to go ahead to extend this part here. So I'm going to rule a straight line out like this, and then from that point I'm going to mark 1.5 inches. So I'm going to mark that. This is going to serve as the back pattern, and then from here I'm coming out by 3 inches, and I'm going to mark that out. Next I'm going to extend that 3 inches all the way down to the leg of the pants, and then we're going to rule it out. Before we go ahead to rule it out, on the waistline area we're going to come up by 1 inch for the extension at the back because of the bum, and we're going to rule this back into our waistline. Next we're going to go ahead to curve our crotch line for the back, following the marks we've made at that crotch area. You just want to watch closely. From this point we're just going to curve this all the way up to the waistline area. So I'm coming in at this back part here by half an inch, and then we're just going to connect it all the way up. So that is going to be for the back pattern. We're not going to cut that out for the front, so you just want to take note of that. Now I'm going to rule everything all the way down. So from this crotch extension here, we're going to take what we have there and then rule it straight down. Now this waistline area for the front, we're going to come down by half an inch and then we're going to rule that back into the waistline. This is going to be for the front. After doing so, we want to go ahead to cut our pattern out. I'm also going to go ahead to close up the dart. So I'm just going to slit this here and then close it up. After which we're going to retrace out our lines. You can see that once I close it, the lines are not equal at the waistline area for the front and the back. So we're going to retrace that out. So the pants we're trying to recreate has a zipper at the back. So I'm marking 1 inch here for my zipper allowance. And then we're going to mark how long I want it to be. So I took out the 1.5 inch at the waist area and then I marked 9 inches here. I feel like the 9 inches was too long and I could have made it 8 inches. So I just marked that at that point there. I later went ahead to correct that. But basically I'm ruling out the 1 inch allowance for our zipper and we're going to finish up cutting this out. Now we're going to do a slash and spread method for this pants. So to do so, I'm going to divide what I have here is 14 inches. I'm going to divide that into 2. That is going to give me 7 inches. So I'm going to mark 7 inches from this point all the way down and then rule a straight line at that point to create a midpoint. Next, from my hip line, I'm going to rule a slanted line to meet the line we just created. You can do this from your crotch line if you do not want your hip area to be a bit wide, but I'm doing this from the hip line so the hip area has a bit of freeness for movement. And then now we're going to connect this to this crotch extension here. So you can see what we're doing. I've gone ahead to rule that out. We're also going to rule another one from the back crotch extension because the one we just ruled out is for the front and then this one here is for the back. So I'm going to rule that out now and then we're going to slash this. So because we're starting off with our back piece, I went ahead to slash the back piece first. And then after cutting this on our fabric, we're going to rework the pattern and then use it to cut out the front piece. So this is the fabric we're working with for this tutorial, and I'm working with 3 yards of crepe. You want to make sure you're working with a light fabric. Mine wasn't as light as I would want it to be, but this is what I had to work with. So I have it on fold here, and what I have here was about 26 inches. I just placed my tape so you see this better, and I'm going to place the pattern on top. But before I place the pattern on top, we're going to divide that 22 inches into 2 and then mark the midpoint of the fabric so we know where to place our pattern. So I marked the midpoint of the fabric there, and I use that as a guide to align the midpoint of our pattern paper to that point, and then use that to just guide me to just open up the pattern on the fabric. Sorry, I did not realize that part wasn't in frame, but I basically just used that as a guide and then just opened it up. Now I'm just going to go ahead to pin the pattern in place so it doesn't move while I cut. Now after pinning this in place, we're going to cut this out. Now you want to make sure the opening you have at this inner part here is the same thing you have at this opposite side here. So that was what I was just checking. So after I was making necessary adjustments, finish up cutting the back pattern. After cutting, we're going to work on the pattern to cut the front piece. So for the pattern now, we're going to cut out the back crotch extension and then the zipper area. So I'm just cutting this out from the bottom all the way to the top. And then when we're done cutting, we're going to use the front pattern to cut out our front piece. So we're basically going to do the same thing we did for the back. The only difference is we're taking out the pattern for the back piece out of this one here. So I'm just going to cut this out, and then we're going to place this on our fabric to cut it out. Now remember, we slit open this piece here for the back, and I went ahead to close it up so we can slit open the other line we made for the front. So that is what I'm doing now. After slitting this open, we're going to take this to the fabric and then cut it out. Now I have the pattern placed on the fabric exactly the same way we did for the back piece, and we're going to go ahead to cut this out. If you have any questions, do not forget to leave your questions in the comment section below, and I will do well to answer those questions. Also, if you're not yet subscribed, please do well to subscribe to the channel and be a part of my sewing community. If you're finding value in this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. After cutting out all the trouser pieces, we're going to cut out our pocket. So for the pocket, I'm going to mark 7.5 inch for the opening here. And then after marking that out, I'm just going to curve this out. So just watch closely at what I'm doing. The size is going to depend on how you prefer your pockets to be. So I just curved it out and I placed my palm on it to see if my palm could sit comfortably, and then I'm just cutting this out. So after cutting this out, we've come to the end of this tutorial. If you enjoyed watching this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed already, and you also want to stay tuned for the sewing part of this video. Thank you guys for watching. Bye guys.